Morning, or should I say, good afternoon. This is a sacred pause at noon. And welcome to my YouTube and Facebook family. I'm keeping to my schedule, my 4 days of going live, and today at noon is one of them. And it's called a sacred pause at noon because I'm going to give you some techniques to calm yourself during stressful times. And I'm going to add TikTok to the live. And when I'm looking up like this, that means I'm talking to the TikTok audience. Feel free to comment and chat here on Facebook and YouTube as well. I can see what you put in the chats and I can respond to you. So please feel free to join the conversation. And once I add TikTok, because they're not simultaneously streaming like you all are on Restream, that's why I have these so I can hear them. So I may look away from the screen from time to time and be paying attention to the people on TikTok. But don't worry, I haven't forgotten about you. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and add them to the live, and then we'll start our sacred pause at noon conversation. Uh, you're just right on time today, huh? Good afternoon. Hi, Sylvia. Thank you for joining the live. I'm well. It took me a minute to get ready today. I'm kind of raggedy, but whatever. I'm here. I'm sticking to the schedule. So yeah, I was sitting around uh doing nothing, watching. Do you watch the Vampire Lestat? I knew it. I knew it. Man, Kasha. Akasha. Oh, I was sitting around watching that. So that's why I couldn't get it together. Oh man, I love it. Queen of the Damned. Okay, because I watched the interview with the vampire the first two seasons, and when they said the vampire Lestat, I knew it was going to be fire because I knew Akasha was going to show up. I don't know. It's weird. It's That's not in the books, though. Is it in the books like that? Yeah. 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 I can't. Like, it's the seasons are too short, though. I don't that's the problem with the way they make television now, because they used to draw out a season on network television for at least 21 episodes, 21 to 24, right? And then these other streaming platforms, they don't do it that way. They be like 8, 9. It's like right. And it's like, what the hell? Hmm. Oh no, not me. Not me. I watch every episode probably of Criminal Minds, and that's still going. Yeah. Because it's only two more episodes left of the Vampire Lestat. Right. Thank you. I mean, whatever, then you just cancel AMC Plus. Because what? Because what else? Like, what else? That's what I do. I Yeah, what are they gonna do with Claudia? It's weird. And so is the mother and son thing. Like, it's like, okay, let's move on. Next scene. Next scene. Hi, Rhea. Thank you for joining the live. Marvin, thank you. User Marvin Flava Flakes. Flava Flakes. Summy Shasta. Thank you. Thank you for joining. This is a sacred pause at noon. And what is a sacred pause, you may ask? A sacred pause is a company dedicated to helping women transition easier through peri and postmenopause. And we do that because I am a menopause wellness coach, and I use the book that Sacred Pause Publications uh, published, my menopause wellness journal. But my vagina still works. There it is. This is the second edition. The first one came out in 2024. And the second edition has things in it that weren't in the first one. Information about when I had a subarachnoid hemorrhage after I just made it to postmenopause. And then years later, finding out that that is related to estrogen loss and collagen loss. Now, I don't have medical proof that that's what caused my hemorrhage, but I've done research because I started researching every weird thing that happened to me between 2005, when I realized I was in perimenopause, to 2017, when I came out of what I call the menopause fog. That, what do you think about that term, the menopause fog? You constantly trying to retread what you did so you can remember what you were doing. It's gone that quick. Yeah. And sometimes you remember, sometimes you don't. You just move on, right? But yeah, I call it a menopause fog. And I know the exact time I came out of that fog. I felt completely different. I felt like a different person. But I understand when I see a lot of women now more than ever on this app and other apps, Facebook, YouTube, making videos about what they're going through in perimenopause, and, sometimes speaking very negatively about their journey. And it's understandable. What you're going through is wild and crazy. I get it, but you got to watch how you talk about that. Hi, Beta. Are you related to me? Oh. Life be life and funny, don't it? Hi, Jones and Brittany. Welcome to the live. T Wells, Jwa, Jujuana, Juana Nicole. I'm bad. Yes, absolutely. And share it. Yeah, share it with someone. So yeah, I came out of my menopause fog in 2017. Okay. And some of y'all are in the fog right now. It's hard. Hey, Denisha. And I know. So I get why I see a plethora, so many videos now of women that this is happening to me and that is happening to me. And I didn't know this was a part of menopause. This journal has a plethora of symptoms and holistic solutions to all those things you guys are saying. No one ever told me about this. Isn't that what they say? It's here. And it, yeah. Hi, Earth Angel. Hi, Linton. Blessed and loved. Yes, you are. Felipe, Roy, Weewo, Bobby, all of y'all, welcome. Um, so we come here because we want to, actually, I think what I'm doing is just healing out loud from my traumatic menopause fog. That's really what I think is going on. I began talking about menopause in this way in 2021. That's when I joined TikTok under the name But My Vagina Still Works. And it's not that name anymore. It's changed twice now. And so now it's the name of the business I created for the purpose of helping women. So it's now a sacred pause. And we come on here to help women get relaxation techniques that they can use in traffic, at work. You know, when you're away from home and you can't just sit quiet, sometimes you need a way to calm your nervous system in public. That's, you know, it may look strange to some people when you maybe do some EFT tapping in public, but they should be glad that you're trying to control your emotions because you could be on the verge of flipping out on them with a menopause rage. So they should be glad you know about EFT tapping. We talked about that last week, that's something you can do in traffic to calm your nervous system, right? We talked about breathing and also affirmations while you do the EFT tapping. So maybe some of y'all used that after the live last week. If you did, let me know because I want to know how it worked out because I do it in traffic. Traffic sucks. And for menopausal women, it sucks on 10, right? It's like it's like extremely difficult sometimes, you know. And so we come here on Wednesdays to discuss ways of calming the nervous system and lowering stress because stress makes menopause symptoms even worse, right? Well, you have mentioned a technique you saw that is supposed to lower the cortisol, right? Cortisol is the stress hormone. I would imagine that's because PTSD ain't no joke, and you know you've probably seen some things that are not easy to unsee. So I get it. I get it. So Let me ask you, have you been talking with someone about your PTSD, a professional, and maybe they gave you some tips to calm your nervous system that you could share with us? Because, we're all about helping each other. And, I have a friend also that's coming to the Sister Circle, Azure, and she also suffers from PTSD, and she has a problem with sounds on her menopause journey. And yeah, it's so you we were talking the other day about ringing in the ears and things that happen to your ears in perimenopause and postmenopause because of the loss of estrogen. And so if you have an issue already with that thing, menopause makes it magnified. And for her issue with sound is a real problem for her on her journey. So, yeah, I get that. That PTSD, you really have to have some help with that. It's not easy. No. So that's something you have to do at home unless you want to look goofy. If you don't care about looking goofy, you can try this method of lowering your cortisol, right? For 40 seconds. Hi, Texas. Okay. So you came prepared, huh? Why did I naturally start doing it before you said it, though? You said between my eyes, so this ain't between my eyes. So. Okay. Hey, you stressing me out right now. Okay. Oh, and this is acupuncture you're talking about, right? Acupressure. Okay. That's interesting. Okay. Yeah, you can do those things at the top of the head. Okay. No. Yeah, right. No one wants to see my feet. Well, I learned a new technique as well. Have you ever heard of the wait, I'm pulling it back up because I heard of it and then I said, let me look this up. So it's called a butterfly hug. Have you heard of that? Okay, the butterfly, well, I would like to tell you. The butterfly hug was created in 1998 by psychologists Lucina Artigas and Ignacio Herrero while working with survivors of Hurricane Pauline in Mexico. It became associated with EMDR, International Associations of Eye Movement Desensitization and Reprocessing, or EMDR, a therapy used to help people process difficult experiences. And for some people, not everybody, not every woman, but for some women, menopause is a difficult experience. So, okay. So the technique uses bilateral stimulation, gentle alternating stimulation of the left and right sides of the body. And so I looked, when I was looking at how you could use this now, you would only be able to use it in traffic if you're stopped. Okay, so it's something that, not like EFT tapping. You can do that while you're driving, but you can't do the butterfly hug while you're driving. So unless you're stopped in traffic, and sometimes you are stopped and you have time. But what you do is cross your arms and hold both of your shoulders, and then you tap. It's kind of like the EFT, yeah, alternately. And you can also, like we did with the EFT last week, repeat some affirmations. Now, this was invented to help people that have went through a traumatic experience through a hurricane. So it's something that has lasted since it was invented in 1998 by the people that were helping others through that hurricane experience. So you place your hands on your upper arms, and you can begin tapping left to right, alternate rhythm, breathing slowly. Continue for about 30 seconds, and you can repeat an affirmation. And it is calming. I feel very calm. Real, that would make sense because we do things like what their stem is. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Right. A natural instinct. That makes perfect sense because considering what the body does when it has trauma anyway, even physical trauma, your body immediately starts trying to heal itself, right? And we don't see it. It's the cells regenerating, it's all this stuff going on in the body. If you're overheated, you start sweating. panting. Hmm. Well, this it does, doesn't it? When I was learning about it and I started doing it, I was just sitting there. It feels nice. Butterfly hug. And you're really flapping your wings. What is that? What is it I call it? A menopause metamorphosis. You're growing your wings. This wasn't made for people in menopause. Like but what happens is a lot of things that are traumatic for menopause. Yeah. But it might help because the butterfly thing is calming. It's the butterfly hug is calming. And that's what we need. We need to calm our nervous systems a lot in peri and post menopause. So this is a calming thing. So when you're feeling overwhelmed, anxiety, irritability, mood swings, emotional sensitivity, difficulty calming down after stress, that's something that happens to me. Like if stress happens to me, it takes a while for me to calm down. What about you? Yeah, it's like ugh. Scenarios. Yes. And that's what we're here for. I did too. And once you learn these techniques, it's sometimes when you're caught up in the minute, you don't realize there's something I can do to calm me down. I don't have to feel this anxious right now. So, what we need to do is get in the practice of recognizing, oh, I'm overstimulated or I'm upset. I need to calm down. Let me do something that I can do real quick to calm myself. So that's what we got to get in the practice of doing instead of, spinning like like we were saying. It takes time to calm down because we're not getting in the practice of calming ourselves, right? You have to be cognizant of it enough to practice it. So, and I'm talking to myself too, okay? Cuz you know, it's easy to get up riled up and be like, I can't function right now. I want to hit somebody. Absolutely. I wish I could run over there and punch you, but as we mature, we don't even want to expel our energy in that way. Do we? Like, it's like, girl, I can't. Like, go ahead, be your craziness. And if people, yes, Absolutely, because this isn't a journey where there's nothing at the end of the rainbow. I Listen, I can sound hokey and whatever, call me whatever, but menopause to me is a transition into your best self. And I know the journey is hard. It is. There's no doubt about it. For some people, it's miserable, traumatic, all that. I'm telling you that if you stay in the journey, at the end, it's going to be a revelation of a beautiful woman that you never even knew you were. That's how I feel. And if it sounds hokey, I'm sorry. But I've seen it in myself. Right. Alba Izzy got kicked out of the live. That bitch. She's a writer, though. She's a writer. I need it because I'm so ready now. I'm so ready now. Send it. Yes, because I started thinking about that, and I about our journey into that, into publishing women's stories, and we need to get going on that because it's important. It really is, and I'm ready. Yeah, I it's a lot of things that I've heard of reasons that she's upset. And so as a person who writes stories, I definitely get where she's coming from. But once you say okay to a studio or a company that give them the licensing to take your book and make it into a movie, you're saying you have it. You can't control unless it's in the contract. You can't control anything from that point. So it's the contract that she signed or whatever to give them the rights to do it. Whomever she gave that to, that contract did not stipulate we gonna make it how you like it. I heard it's a skin thing with light versus dark skin of the character. And Amanda Stan. She is. I saw her in that movie, The Hate You Give. I mean, I've seen her in a lot of roles, and she's always good. Always good. Right. Yeah, she seems to be at a place where, and I get it that you're messing with what my idea was, and I don't like it. That's what the place she seems to be at, and they're at. Well, we have the right to do what we want, and that's really the bottom line. Right. Or just the wherewithal to say no to a contract that says you can't be in control. I'm almost absolutely sure that she had the choice to say, no, I don't want to enter this contract or not. If that's what's happened, I can feel her anger if that's the way it went down, but we don't know. So we just know that she's upset about how they're presenting her story. And if that's all you're going to look at, then I get it because she wanted it presented a way that she wrote it and they changed something that she didn't like. Whether that was skin color or whatever. And from what I've heard, that's what it is. Because apparently in the book, which I haven't read it, and I'll be straight up, apparently in the book, the person is brown skin or more dark. So how do you portray that as a manless Stamberg who is very light? How do you portray something that you don't experience? See, Saziwi. My friend, what are you, girl? I didn't even know you was on TikTok. Don't hide. Don't hide. Say something. I didn't even know Z was on TikTok. You know, Z is going to be at the Sister Circle event. I don't know why she's hiding. Stop hiding. That is funny as heck. Wait till I get off this live and text your ass. Anyway, go ahead. And again, if that's the contract that they had, they have the right to do that. So, as an author or a screenplay writer, or whatever, you have to look at the contract and decide whether you're willing to let somebody else take creative control over your story, right? Because it's your story that if you don't have, I saw somebody talking about entertainer lawyers, and that's what, if you get in that realm, that's what you need because you cannot be out here getting mad about a contract you signed. And obviously, they have the right to do that. Otherwise, they wouldn't be doing it. They wouldn't want to get sued, right? So it is what it is. Hmm. Well, yeah, because we plan for success, right? We don't plan to fail. We plan to keep going and we plan for success. So, it's quite possible that we could write something that someone would be interested in making into a movie. And so we have to. Well, that's what I was going to say. This controversy is probably going to serve her well because it makes me want to go. I like I said, I haven't read the book, but it makes me want to go read it so I can see what all the controversy is about. Don't give me no spoilers. No. Mm, yeah. And they watch us like a hawk because they want to understand that magic, but you can't. You're missing an element to the magic, which is melanin. I'm sorry. Well, we're going to end our sacred pause at noon now because it's over the amount of time that I stipulate for myself. And it's been fun, but I need to, do other things today. I have a book I need to mail out. So I have to get that done. And I'm sure that the other people have to get stuff done too, right? I know people be sitting on live for hours and hours. And that ain't me. Okay. All right, but don't forget about your butterfly hug that you can do anytime, except if have your hands on the wheels. But you can do and, make yourself calm, butterfly hug yourself during your menopause metamorphosis, your transition into beautiful. Okay, that's it. That's it for today. Everybody, enjoy the rest of your Wednesday. Yes, thank you for coming.